Testing 1 2. It's Masnama, no longer for the babies in the building. Welcome to the podcast for the hopeless fanatics. Nothing but the fanatics.
This might be the intro if it works. Hello lovers, and welcome back to another episode of Starring Cupid, starring yours truly. It's your boy Zamadodix, nothing more, nothing less, from the east, not the west, in my Sunday best. And today we're geeking out over the decade-long journey of Rosie and Alex from Love, Rosie. And by decade, I kind of mean 14 years, which is a really long time to have unrequited love. The wonderful English rom-com is a nugget of joy for me. It was the perfect kind of like friend zone movie when I was in high school, because that's when it was very popular to me, and it just hit all the boxes for what a good rom-com should be. We have the romance of the plot, there's the relatability of the awkwardness, and we cannot leave out the absolute gift of seeing Sam Clifton just being himself, his handsome, beautiful self, for an hour. You see, all those wonderful things, they just make up what makes a great rom-com. Personally, that's just how I feel about it. And to add to all these lovely little bits that we have a special, beautiful nugget of joy in studio with us, our first in studio guest. It's a good friend of mine, Anelisa, Masnama, no longer for the babies because people don't respect boundaries. And this is an exciting collab for me because we're both very big fans of this movie. We both adore it so much, and we both have very differing views on some of the tropes in this movie. And we just have a lot of frustration to share. There's a lot to be said here, a lot to be dissected. And I know you guys are excited because this was one of those highly requested couples. By the way, thank you so much. When you guys give us suggestions, it feels like you are as passionate about this thing as I am. Thank you so much. I will try my best to get to the suggestions that I think I can handle. So thank you so much for that. Without wasting any more of your time, because I'm sure you all want to get into this. This is Rosie and Alex. This movie was directed by Christian Ditter, I'm so sorry if that's incorrect, in 2014. I first felt bad that I didn't know any of his other work aside from this, because that means that I don't have enough to comment on, because I never want to judge a director's work by one thing that I've seen. Then during the research portion of this podcast, I found out that he also directed How to Be Single. Lovers, if you like this movie, I'm sorry. It doesn't make sense how someone can go from making this to that. However, art is art, and people enjoy both movies for different reasons. Cannot judge you, live your life. Anyway, the plot was adapted from a book written by Cecilia Ahern. The screenplay was done by Juliet Tuhidi. I didn't know until I did the research that this was actually a book set in Ireland, where the author is originally from, and in the screenplay they changed everything up so that it could be set in England. I'm not sure how people that were big fans of the book feel about this, because I have never read the book. I do want to, though. Now that I know, ever since I found out that it was set in Ireland, I do want to know how it goes and how it plays out. I also found out that instead of 14 years, I think it's an odd 30 or 40 years where Rosie and Alex aren't together. So I just want, it feels like a completely different world, the book and the movie. I want to experience both of them before I comment on how well it was done. But we could have enjoyed an Irish Love Rosie. It would have been great. I'm sad we didn't get to see it. Imagine, guys, like someone like, I don't know, Jamie Dornan being Alex. I would like to see it and I would like to hear it. But regardless of that, what we have and what we have been given is as entertaining. So, yeah. On to our main cast. We have Lily Collins is our leading lady, and she portrays Rosie Dunn. We know Miss Collins from Mortal Instruments, Mirror Mirror, that series about Ted Bundy. The title's very long. You know, she's been doing a lot. She's been a working girl for quite some time. I particularly like her in this film, but there's a underrated rom-com that she's a part of called Stuck in Love, and it bangs. It's really great. I think her love interest in the movie is Logan Lerman, and I was like, what? No, two faves in one thing. It's a really great movie. I say it's underrated because no one casually talks about it, and I guess maybe with the power of having a romance podcast, I should be the person that talks about it, and maybe I will one day. I just want you guys to know that there's this movie that she's in, and it's great. She's really good at giving us soft badass, and anytime she has done that kind of character, I've really liked her. But I love her in general. Love the lady. Then we have Sam Clifton as Alex Stewart. Where does one begin? I'd like to flat out say I have deep, serious feelings for this man. Mr. Sam Clifton. Wow. I've been in love with him since I was in high school. And I have a reason. I have a very good reason why. In high school, I read the Hunger Games books. Like all of them. I read the whole thing and then I watched the movies. But while I was reading the books, they said Finnick Odair was fine. They didn't word for word put it like that, but from the description you are given, you know that this character named Finnick Odair is a fine man. So I first saw Sam Clifton when he was portraying Finnick, and I remember just wholeheartedly agreeing. Guys, as I speak about this, I'm getting goosebumps, and it is like 28 degrees right now, so you can't say it's cold. What a beautiful man. Oh my goodness. Anyway, now for his credentials. We know Mr. Claflin from Hunger Games, Peaky Blinders, Me Before You, and he was recently in Enola Holmes as one of the Holmes brothers. Again, what a hot man. He does his job. He gives us quirky, he gives us serious, he gives us what the brief asks for. Then he goes home, he sits his little booty down. He's just a very hot man, and that's all I will say. Honorable mentions. Rosie has one of my favorite best friend characters in this, and her name is Ruby, the woman that has like the red hair, and she kind of befriends Rosie quite early on in the film, and then just becomes a lifelong friendship. And she is played by Jamie Winstone. Ruby is a joyful element in all the chaos that's happening. She is like the comedic relief, and like we know that, but there's also just a warmth and like a support that she has. She's a good best friend. Yes, every leading lady deserves a ride or die friend like Ruby, and I appreciate her. I want to mention Christian Cook's character, and he plays Greg. You know who Greg is because he's the worst person in this film. He's the guy that Rosie has the child with in the movie. Oh, I hated him. I hated him so much, but it must take some talent on Christian Cook's side. It must take some talent to portray the absolute human form of a total wanker. So I have to admit that I enjoyed his performance because it worked. I acknowledge good work. The plot. If you have never seen this film, you simply must. You simply have to. It has every great thing that a rom-com should have. It has the 3 C's of the rom-com, the cringe and the chemistry and the... Wait, I think I'm mixing the good C's of the rom-com with the good C's of a relationship. Why have I never written this down? I say this all the time. But anyway, sorry. Sorry about that. If you like romance films, you will love this. If you like the things that I talk about, the movies and stuff that I talk about, this is a good rom-com that I think you'd enjoy. You simply have to. It will make you mad for maybe 60% of the time, but at some point you'll stop being mad and you'll have a good time. You won't regret it, I promise you. However, if you forgot, here's a summary of what happens. Rosie and Alex have been best friends for decades. As they grow up, it becomes harder to deal with their romantic feelings for one another. They struggle. That's the plot summary. They struggle. This is going to be prop full of spoilers. I'm going to tell you this now. And this should be more motivation for you to go watch it first and then come back and hear it and hear me out and hear what I have to say. I think it's on Showmax last time I checked, or you'll find it. At some point they always play it. And you'll be gifted with the wonderful privilege of hearing us being joined by another romantic enthusiast and fave. Our first studio guest, like I said, if we're excluding Sam, because technically he wasn't in studio guest, but he's always here, so I'm sorry, this is always going to be a debate. It's my good friend Anelisa. This is going to be really interesting for me. It's going to be really torturous for her because, yeah, I apologize in advance for what you guys are about to hear. We're both passionate people, aka we're both so women. Are now joined by the lovely, the incomparable, the hopeless romantic, but anti-friendship.
Don't do it. Y'all are weird for making your friends other things. Y'all are weird. Your friends are weird.
It's actually quite hilarious that you are on here for this episode because I said it in the intro. You and I feel very differently about friends to lovers.
I don't look at my friend and I'm like, damn, he or she could get it. Nah.
But this is your favorite movie.
It is. I won't even lie. I feel like these things are better in movies, guys. I don't trust men to be mature after we've done the deed. I don't. Go back to being friends.
Yeah, no, you really.
Also, you're mad weird if now I'm your friend and now you find me attractive. Like you're weird. Like stop.
If you waited to get to know me as a friend, then you're like, actually, hold on.
Hold it forever. Hold it forever.
Keep it inside your heart.
Keep it inside, because things like this happen.
Wouldn't you want things like this to happen?
I would. I don't trust men. I don't trust men.
Okay, aside from realistic men, we are looking at Alex, who is, I guess in the movie, he's not perfect, but
he's like your perfect guy best friend.
Yes.
Like he's the typical I'm here for you, what do you need? We live like close to each other across the street. But also he's annoying because like I feel like they were just mising each other's feelings the whole time. Because for sure Alex saw that Rosie is feeling him, and he just mised. And then that beach, when they went to the beach, and suddenly he wants to lose his virginity for popularity. I don't know, man. I don't know. You all do a lot for clout.
Alex was moving weird. He was making
exactly. Y'all are moving for clout.
But I think it's also they're both trying so hard to not want each other, which made it irritating because then they were trying to like do anything away from each other romantically.
Yeah, I mean, why? This whole time in this movie, I guess I said to Zama earlier on that what made the movie is how they dragged out the whole process of being together. But also, I feel like they had to, because what other content would they give us in the movie? Because if they just like from the beginning, they're at the club, it's her birthday, they make out. The next thing, if she had addressed we laid out, let's acknowledge what happened, and they had just been like, let's try it right there. What's the rest of the movie? What is it?
No,
part of me, I wanted that baby to be Alex's. I don't know, man. I don't know. Rosie went for a douche, and I feel like we all just go for douches.
She went back twice.
He's a typical hobknocker.
I said this in the beginning. I said that I appreciate this actor's work because it must take a lot of talent to act like a total wanker. He's
the definition. And then after that scene where they had sex, and we don't participate in such activities. Disclaimer. We don't know what that is.
We don't know what that is.
And that's our period. What is it? Where the condom got stuck in her, and then she had to sort out herself.
Hey,
that's
he laughed. I was watching it yesterday. He laughed at her in the bathroom, and I was like, first of all, you bust quick. Secondly, you have
that's
now
not
lodged.
I don't know what the heck can I say here? I don't know what that is.
We swear on this show.
Okay. Yes, finally in my element. I don't know what the fuck he was doing. It was like 2 seconds, but I mean, it's okay. But like, don't pull out and then leave it there. Like, what am I supposed to do? And also, it kind of sucks that I feel like Rosie was put in an awkward position because she let her best friend have the night of his life, and now she has like her first time has a condom in her vagina, and she has to ask the friend to help her out. Even worse, she gets this child from this man.
Guys, men will make you.
Would you like to have a wanker's baby?
You have to deal with this thing for the rest of your life. Like, you have to talk to this man. Every time this child has a problem, you just have to discuss with him. And personally, y'all are brave. I could never.
I
would literally pretend the father doesn't exist.
I think that would have been better. I think that would have, when she was just, when the child was just grown and the child walks into her having, I think it was a one night stand or whatever. Yeah. I love that for her because she still has her stuff handled, but she's still getting some on the side. And then this wanker came back into her life, and I don't know if he made it worse because when Alex moved, he used to write her letters, and then he started hiding the letters.
Oh, that was so evil.
I hated that so much. I feel like the process would have, them getting together, I feel like it would have been quicker if that hobknocker did not hide those letters. And the thing is, he knew. I feel like everyone knew that they were in love besides them, because he knew if Rosie were to read those letters, it would be child for both of them. And I love that little child because she never made her mother feel like shit for moving on with her life or making certain decisions. Like, she wasn't annoying. Oh, where's my dad? I love that child.
I love a kid that can read the room.
No, but Alex, man. No. Rosie, tell us if that baby is that nigga's. Tell us.
You know what was so sad? While I was watching it, I realized that love Rosie, love the girl. She's amazing. She's very relatable. She's cringy and awkward, and that's what I love about romantic comedy.
And I like how realistic
the awkwardness and the cringiness.
Yeah, even when she finds out that she's pregnant. Yes. Like, it was so I felt that, man, where you have to go to like a corner store to get the test, and then you're crying. Like, she really showed us how it really feels when you don't know what you're doing. I think once you can see other people show that they also don't know what
What
they're
the fuck
doing
is going
in
on?
this life, they
It's
actually
like,
don't.
yeah,
They don't know the
me.
vibes. Y'all be saying you know the vibes, we don't. And I feel like it's nice when they show it because, like, hey, not everyone has this like life thing unlocked. Because she had opportunities
That
and she
passed her
decided to
by.
stay, and she decided to stay for a baby. Yeah. Fetus deletus, but I mean, we're pro-abortion in this house, pro-choice.
True though, we are.
Pro-choice. If you.
But don't you feel like, for me at least, I wanted to see how Alex's life was going, not because I'm interested in his life or anything. I was, but his life was also going kind of tits up. Remember the time that lady lied about the baby
about
being
the
his,
baby too,
and
because Alex was about to go back to where is it set?
It's set in like England,
England, and Alex moved to
Boston,
Boston, which is in America. And I remember he made a phone call where he's like, I think I want to come back to England. And then his wife saw what's the other mind sexually said kuya masha machile, and she was like, let me fake a pregnancy. But I feel like I don't like what Alex did, because I know maybe he didn't see it, but him and his wife wanted two different things from the beginning. And for him to make such a drastic decision to marry her, knowing damn well that this lady has different priorities in life, because she wanted the house like this. She was just
Alex
weird.
is such a like pushover. Like the women he dated sucked. Bethany, that lady, like he was such a pushover. What? There's two people. He marries Bethany.
Yeah.
He lives with that woman, and then she gets pregnant, and then he realizes that, oh no.
It's not Bethany the whole time.
Bethany was the girlfriend in high school, and then she was the person he got married to at the end.
I feel like they were just smashing. I don't think they were dating.
When in high school, they were mostly smashing.
They were mostly. I never saw them being like a
but like
couple
when Alex was about to leave for school, he wasn't taking the relationship seriously. He was like, Bethany, she's Bethany.
And Bethany was a shout out to Bethany with that supermodel stuff.
She was
securing back. She was a city girl. Shout out to my girl Bethany. I'm not mad at Bethany. I hate that she was a bitch to Rosie for no reason though. And then Rosie had to hide her own baby from Bethany, but like Bethany's a bitch, but I love her because she was chasing her bag. She ended up on magazine covers, not alone.
Girl was getting that money and she got the man at the end, all because of Rosie. When she was like, we met up after your suggestion, and I was like,
a person. Stop it.
There's no need to be
Rosie could have been like, Yamfuna, now what? Now what?
Stay away from him.
But also on Rosie's part, I feel like when you are interested in your friends, you get conflicted because Rosie was trying to be a friend in the whole situation, and she had to like suppress her own feelings in order to step up as a friend. And I feel like that sucked for her because she watched Alex go for other people.
Terrible people.
Wow, I'm better.
I'm so much
better. You could do better, it's me. But because I'm your friend, I have to let you do your thing.
I have to let you like live your life and stuff or
Make
whatever. But honey, when you're done.
Same time, I'm not waiting for you though.
I'm not. Yeah, she was not. I like that she wasn't waiting for.
I felt like she was. I felt like in the beginning.
No, I think she felt like the wanker. I think she genuinely did love him at some point. And listen, I get it. It was convenience, but if it's convenient and then you kind of convince yourself like, no man, this is love now. Surely this is love. Our home is happy. Our child is happy.
Ugh.
Surely I'm
Stop pushing happy families, guys. Single. Sorry, we're addressing a lot of issues here. Single parent families are not broken homes.
Guys,
we're not broken. We're not.
Okay. It's okay to leave your baby daddy alone.
It's okay, because if it's not working out, it's not working out. You guys love to push this narrative that we should now be happy. What if my happy family is me and my daughter? Now what? And I feel like Rosie gave us that until she just became dizzy and went. And also the child by the end of the movie, I think was
she follows the same thing as her mom. And then I hate that that's the thing that makes both of them snap out of it, is seeing Rosie's daughter go through the same thing. And then the moment when Alex realizes that she forgot about the kiss completely, that was when I was like, you need to tell me now. The day of your wedding is the night you're going to talk about this thing. Guys, talk to
I
people.
need a timing. Communication is key. I need a timing. How are you gonna tell me at my wedding that, hey, listen, so
Remember that
thing that happened? And also, I was telling Zama yesterday, I feel like Rosie chose to mize that kiss. I don't feel like she forgot. I don't.
I watched it again. She did get very drunk and she literally passed out straight after it happened. And I know people get drunk and do things that they can't remember, and we say, oh, you can't justify bad behavior. But I can understand forgetting isn't as like, a kiss is not a big thing to remember.
No, but Mamela, a kiss with someone you're in love with, you will remember that because it's intense. I feel like it wasn't just a one night stand that you can just I forgot. It's someone that you're attracted to, that you're in love with, and you're telling me you woke up the next day, and you passed out and he took care of you, whatever. You're telling me you forgot that you guys kissed.
I blame Alex for not talking.
Yeah, they were just both passive. Guys, passiveness.
We're grilling them a lot right now, but we do genuinely think that they would make a good couple.
I'm for the couple. I've been for the couple from the beginning.
Which part or like scene of the movie did you think, no man, these people are, even before they realize that they like each other, is there a part or scene where you're like, these two would be a great pair, like they would be a great couple together?
From the beginning, guys, matchmaker. I'm not a matchmaker, guys, but from the beginning I saw it's something in groove, guys. Well, you see right now, man, he's the one for me. I'm joking, but I feel like rom-coms, you already know. Like, you already know who's gonna end up together, and that's the only reason why I felt like from the beginning, these are friends, they're probably gonna end up together, there's probably something going on. But I feel like the actual scene where no, it doesn't start off with the crazy thingy.
Crazy enough, they've been friends for a long time.
It starts off at his wedding, Zama, when she's about to make a speech.
Oh yeah, no, that's the first scene, but the first song that plays is Crazy in Love.
I'm trying to remember where I thought there should be the beach one.
Yeah, when he comes back from Boston, she has a child.
No, the beach one, when prom.
Oh, when they were still in high
school.
Go to
prom together.
Yes, and then they were talking, and then there was that whole situation.
And she's like, good, that's it.
Guys, you know what would happen? You know the thing that irritated me about this couple? Sam always complains about how in romantic comedies it's always the will they, won't they thing. I don't mind that because it's the suspense that drives the thing. But
is it really suspense if we know who's gonna end up together?
It's suspense because you don't know when it's gonna happen.
Oh yeah, that's
what keeps us
going.
Years.
That's what keeps us going.
So back in the book it takes 40 or 30 years.
Which means we've met our lovers, guys. We've met our soulmates. We just need to go through cringe.
I'm cringing because
cringe. Someone that you've met is probably your soulmate right now. You're just going through some shit.
Crazy.
That's crazy. I have no options. I'm joking. I'm joking, guys. But I feel like suspense is actually what I'm also not mad at the will they, won't they, because will they, won't they? It's a legitimate question.
The thing that I was gonna point at is that they would get mad when the other person was into someone else. That's when I was like, okay, no, you guys must stop it now. Because when Alex saw that wanker hitting on Rosie when they're in high school, he was like, oh, he's so annoying.
Are you really going with him? Yeah, Bethany.
And then he'd turn around and be like, oh yeah, well, I'm going somewhere with Bethany. And then Rosie would foam at the mouth. And it's like, if you listen, lovers, if you're listening to this right now, if you are upset that your friend is dating someone, not because you hate the person, but because you hate that person being with your friend, we am phone. Don't tell me. If you are upset,
what if the person genuinely sucks?
No, that's what I'm saying. If you don't hate that person, if you're like, okay, Anelisa, I wish you were dating this person, that's fine. Okay. If you're like, I don't like you with this person, and if I ask you why do you not? And there's no good enough reason. I'm phone.
Okay, no, that's true though. That's true.
You have to have like that foundation. It's irritating when people have crushes on each other, but they refuse to say it, but they refuse to see you with someone else. It's like, pick one.
Yeah, or selfish. it's selfish. It's like maybe the crush thing's a bit childish, but take it as you just came out of marriage. Anyway, marriage, you've just been divorced. Now your husband is busy deciding for you who you should be with. I feel like it's very selfish. If you like me, tell me and let me decide what I want to do. Don't tell me. We can talk it out, we can move forward, we can move backwards, we can end it, but don't decide for me who I should be with. Especially if you don't have the guts to tell me you.
That it should be you. Like when I say, okay, who should I date? And you don't say, me, shut up.
Dig up the liver. Dig it up and let me know. But also, I feel like it depends on, anyway, it depends on the type. No, I'm talking about the two people.
Oh, yeah.
It depends.
Yeah.
Okay. It depends on the type of people that they are. Because personally, I don't like signals. I don't like signs. If you want me, let me know. But some people are like, ooh, he's gonna chase me. Ooh. You understand? Like they like that feeling of, does he like me? Does he not? Will he love me?
On the other hand, though, especially with like hit men, they have this thing where they don't want you to be the one to be like, hey, I like you now. Now what must happen? Why don't you guys want that? If you are not making moves, why are you upset that I'm the one that's
making? That doesn't even make sense. Heterosexual men do a lot of things that don't make sense because I'm actually giving you the easy hand. I'm coming to you.
I'm making your
and
job
it's
so
up
much
to
easier.
you. You understand? It's up to you. I feel like also men love to be in control in relationships, and I feel like Alex, he didn't have that, but I feel like that showed when he didn't want Rosie to be with the wanker. I hate that we call him that. We don't even know.
He is the wanker. His name is Greg.
Gregory. I don't like the fact that Alex was like throwing signs or like not controlling Rosie's love life, but he wanted to have a say. But you really don't have to. Like, there's no need. I don't like that. Why do you want to have a say if you're not going to sort out what you need to sort out?
Like, he'll complain to me, like, oh, they're not treating you right. Oh, they're not doing...
Now date? What?
Then who must I date?
Now what?
Where now? Yeah, man, this movie, it was great, though. Like...
I'm not mad. I would watch it all over again. I feel like it's a cute movie for hopeless. There's not too much drama. It's very lightweight. Like it's okay. The most drama there is that she gets pregnant, but it's a very light movie to watch. And
you get to watch these people grow.
They grow very separately, and I feel like it's cute that they end up together and they bring out the best in each other. I feel like they do, and that's what makes it so hopeless.
And romantic.
Like, you guys bring out the best in each other. Why are you guys not together? Like, I don't get it. I don't get it.
Because they're friends.
If you're my friend and you're listening to this, if you have feelings for me, keep that shit to yourself forever. Because if you let me know this friendship is over, it's over. I do not trust you enough to be mature after you told me it's a click. Let me scare you, it's a click. But I really don't believe in it. Don't smash your friends, just whatever, man. Just don't do it. I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh, and also besides the fact that they like bring the best in each other, I feel like there's a bit of like ubuntwana. Fuck. Am I saying the right thing?
Childishness. No.
Not the good way. Like you bring the childish part of
joy.
Me. Yes, the childlike joy in me, and I feel like that's important in relationships because it has that little spark. It adds that pizzazz. But also you have to be friends with the person because they have to know you.
Oh yes, that was the next I was gonna say. People always describe their partners as like, oh, he's my best friend, but you guys don't want to look at your friends in a romantic sense at any point.
Now here's the quick thoughts. Thinking, processing, loading. Now I'm thinking. Now the question comes up. Personally, would I want my partner to be my best friend? Would you?
I don't believe best friend means you are you're like the highest office of friendship. I have lots of best friends, so it makes sense.
I have one.
Girl,
I have a lot of close friends, and each friend I can confide, like I can confide in them. They're my friends.
Your partner can be your best friend in a certain sense. Like they can be the best friend in the sense that you tell them about stuff. Obviously. Me between you and I.
Yeah, I feel like it's good to be. It's good to be your best friends with your partner. Would it be weird if I were to say it depends how serious it is?
No, that's not weird. That's
because
true.
If you're dating, there's still an option for you guys to break up. Like you want to, when you're dating someone, you want to have other friends. Like you don't want them to be the only person
of course, definitely.
you like confide into. But like when you're married, you're trying to build a life with this person.
They kind of have to become
exactly.
They
kind of. I feel like when you're married, they kind of have to become your friend.
You guys have to like each other.
Yeah, like each other, guys. You guys ask the dizziest questions, and it's just like if you liked each other, you would not be asking these questions. But as I was saying, I feel like when you're married, it kind of forces you to do. Oh, I'm trying to word this. You guys have to be friends, because why would I want to come home to
someone that's not my friend?
That's not my friend, or someone I can just I don't want to base it off on gossip, but like have chats with. Besides that, we're in a relationship.
Yeah.
You know, talk about life from a friendly perspective. I wouldn't want to come home to that. But if we're just dating, I don't want that person to be my best friend.
Now imagine if you marry someone you've been friends with forever.
Oh God.
Regina Georgiou, so you admit.
Oh my God. No. I was gonna say, do you believe in guy best friends?
If I say no, I'm disregarding the guy friends that I have right now.
I can phone.
I believe that they can exist and that they can be good and that they can be wholesome, but it's just that men are shit.
I'm not mad at it. I feel like people love thinking that just because, like, boy and girl, we have to get together. Like we don't.
That's weird.
Like we don't.
Dead that idea.
What two? It's weird if you want your partner to only be friends with one gender. That's weird. Why do I only have girlfriends? That's weird. Then when it comes to like the guy best friend, I feel like friendships with guys work out, but there has to be respect.
There has to be
and there has to be an understanding, and there has to be boundaries. Once you guys have crossed that, it becomes easy. You guys make it so hard with you. Now, what if I walk on the side of the road and then like, y'all are weird. Like, just calm down. You can be friends with gents. It's just you have to like the gent platonically,
and he has to like be respectful,
set boundaries. When you're in a relationship, set boundaries, be respectful, have an understanding, you know. That is it.
Thank you so much. Masnama no longer for the babies.
Oh God. Y'all are weird, God. Can I just explain?
Yes, actually, this is a perfect platform.
Oh God. Right.
Yes, guys, do not call people like you know them.
I have two reasons for why I'm going back for Anelisa, and I literally said it's probably Anelisa to you, because it's just these strangers calling me. Like this Tazolo, when I put that name, it was fun. I liked the ring of it. It was a fun name to have. And then now I understand. Thing is, I understand that I put the name there, and maybe that's all you know about me, and that's all you can address it. But at the end of the day, I don't like it. It's Tazolo Sami. I don't want some old white man in message requests calling me Masnama. That's when I was like, I've had it.
That was the last straw.
I was like, oh wait, man, I know you're offering me money. I never answered those, but now it's different because it means it's time and I don't know you.
So close to home now.
And I don't know
you.
My
ancestors.
So it what? So I just changed it back. I didn't like how it was. And thing is, in my head, I'm like, how?
Why are you so familiar?
Why are you so familiar with me? So I just changed it back to my name, guys. But if you know me and we cool, you can still call me that. Now I seem like
it's not only for the babies, but for the friends.
It's for the friends. I'm still Masnama, but that's only if I like you and I know you. Because niggas be weird. Niggas I know be weird.
So much for being on here. I know this is one of your top movies, so
I'm gonna watch it tonight. I'm actually gonna watch it again.
remind yourself about how good you had it.
Oh, guys. Rom-coms.
Now,
Beautiful.
this rom-com.
Hey, guys. Kumnandi kujola. Chelani, guys.
Mwah. Okay, goodbye. Likes and dislikes time. I would like to remind everyone once again that I simply, truly like this film. There's not much to critique about it because I am biased because I like it so much. Regardless, here I am with my list, so let's go. I like this movie because it's set in kind of not the city part of England, but kind of like the countryside. I remember once I said in the other episodes that romantic movies can be great PR for places. They make you want to see these places and visit these places, and this is one of those movies where the PR was good because I love the countryside. I love the English countryside. It's a dream, actually. City sites are cool or whatever, but the countryside and the suburban areas, they look more homey, they look more warmer, they look realistic, because that's where most people live sometimes, you know? Yeah. I like the way the story flows. I have no idea who to credit for this, and I think possibly it's the editors. I'm not sure how much of the work they put into to choose how the story would get from like bit to bit, but the flow is good. It doesn't feel like the movie is dragging or you're waiting decades for this thing to happen. I think that's possibly because when you follow just a regular timeline of life, it flows good. They're boring bits, but it flows well. For this, it felt like I was reading the book because this was the pacing and the flow of a good novel. And now it's time for the dislikes. This is very petty. This first one is very petty and kind of unnecessary, but I dislike the music. Not to say that it is bad, it's just not great. For me, one of the indicators of a good rom-com, aside from the story and aside from the 3 C's that I apparently cannot recall, the thing that tells me that this is a good rom-com is kind of the soundtrack. Like if the soundtrack is fire, I trust it a bit more. It doesn't even have to be a whole new album. You don't have to use like the best songs of this year or like follow the sound of everybody. I like it when the soundtrack feels like it is adding to the story. You can find great quality original songs that go well with what's happening in your story. There's so much good music out there. The music in this film was just there. It wasn't really doing much for me. Aside from the opening sequence, the opening scene where they're playing Beyonce. Oh my gosh. Is it Crazy in Love? Yes, it's Crazy in Love, I think. That was beautiful, and it was nice because they used it to A, portray what was happening, and 2, show you exactly what year it was when this thing was happening, and I think that was brilliant. I dislike the fact that there are 7 million montages here. Like every few minutes, it feels like I would see a montage and a montage again. And I understand that it's difficult when you are dealing with a very time-heavy storyline. It's hard not to montage because how do you portray 14 years of life and experience in a story and keep people entertained in a movie sense? I get that. It's just that I wish movie people would montage the stuff we don't care about. They did that here, but some things that I did like truly want to know more about or like see portrayed, they decided to just montage it. I guess that's the editor's fault or the screenplay's fault. Who knows? I don't. But I just want people to just rein it in. Just hold off. Just write a scene. We've reached the end of the show, and it's time again for the interactive, the controversial, I'm joking, it's not controversial. It's time for Who's Your Fave? It's very rare that we have two actors that are in a movie adapted from a book, and those two actors got their big breaks through two big book adapted movies. Does that make sense? Can I speak words? But yeah, it's monumental, really. How many times does this happen? I don't know, a couple hundred. So I have to use this moment to push a certain agenda I have. That's why the couples that we have here are the couples that we have here. And the couples that we have this week are Annie and Finnick O'Dare from Hunger Games Mockingjay versus Clary and Jace from Mortal Instruments. Now, before you judge me, hear me out. I'm not very familiar with Mortal Instruments. Like, I never read the books, and I think I only watched the first movie. I'm sorry. But last time I checked, there was kind of like a controversy that, not controversy, there was a chance that Clary and Jace were related somehow. There was something about someone's mom, someone's dad, I can't remember. If that is the case, I'm sorry for even suggesting this as an option. It's my bad. In hindsight, I should have figured this out during the research portion. But we're here now. Agenda over incest. Vote for your fave. Let's have this conversation. Let's see if it really is agenda over incest. Thank you guys so much for joining us. You'll find our poll on our Twitter account at Starring Cupid. Don't forget to also follow us on Tumblr at Starring Cupid Podcast. There's a lot of cute content on there, I promise. I give y'all more to look at than just information about this. We are a little bit into season 2. Let me know how y'all feeling. Let me know how you guys have felt about the couples that we have spoken about. Quick shout out to Zendaya. Our episode about Ruru and Jules literally came, I think, 2 weeks before this all happened. So I'm going to take this moment now to say Emmy Award-winning actress Zendaya. Because, wow, shout out to you, girl. Love it when black girls win. Until next time, guys, have a happy week. Have a lovely day. I love you guys so much.